Alright, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Oop, black woman is at it again. Okay. She is at it again. This black woman, it says Southwest captain forced to lend his shirt. It says to passenger with lewd top. If you go into lewdness, it means to be indiscretionary or to be naked. Okay? Matter of fact, let's do a word search on lewd real quick. And we're going to give you a precise definition. And just off the title alone, you can tell where this is going to go. Lewd, crude, and offensive in a sexual way. Alright? Shameless, basically. Alright? It says she began to gyrate to the music and sing a lewd song. It's crude and offensive in a sexual way. In this case, the so-called black woman was allegedly kicked off a plane because of her attire. Alright? She was revealing, showing her breasts and her figure, which can be an offensive to some, and it's extremely offensive to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because the daughters of Zion are supposed to be covered from head to toe. Alright? So it says here, a Southwest airline passenger said she was prevented from boarding her flight because her breasts were deemed lewd, obscene, and offensive, forcing the captain to lend her his t-shirt. It says, irate Chicago resident Kayla Eubanks took to Twitter to document her dispute on Tuesday with the ground staffers who said her low-cut black halter top was too revealing. And I'm pretty sure it was revealing. Look at this. You on a plane, not a club. Alright? And you can just tell by the pompous look on her face that she's butthurt because she was basically told, look, you got to comply or you're going to get kicked off the plane. Because the so-called black woman, man, she negates order. She negates any type of correction. And when you correct her, ultimately it will be a shitstorm. Now look at her face. She's proud and pompous. And on top of that, she's a attention whore. Alright? And on top of that, she got gold in her damn hair. She got blonde in her hair. Like, you already have a low haircut, and then you have the audacity to put blonde in it too, which is totally out of order, man. Look at this. So, obviously, she got a butthurt, or she caught an attitude with the flight directors or whoever was on the flight because they told her, like, basically you were dressed inappropriately. Like, once again, I'm going to say it again. You were on a plane, not a club. It says y'all. And I'm pretty sure she was fucking ghetto as hell. And you could just tell by the pride in her. You got pride that's pulsating off our pores, man. You know? Look at her. Proud as I don't know what. Okay? And this woman is not even all that cute. You know? And actually, she's not attractive at all. You know? For one thing, your hair is too short. Second of all, you got blonde coloring in your hair. Third of all, you're revealing yourself. Fourth of all, you have a very pompous and proud attitude. So, I don't know who would want to deal with that. I sure as hell wouldn't. But it says, y'all, I was kicked off my Southwest airline flights because my boobs are lewd, obscene, and offensive. And they are, all right? Because according to the scriptures, you're supposed to be dressed in sobriety and modesty. Because if a man was to catch you in an ancient wrong like that, you would get a couple of thousand stones thrown at your head. And I know I'm exaggerating at a couple of thousand, but you would get a lot of stones thrown at you. You know, because you have the attire of a harlot. It says, I was told that passengers may look at me in an attire and be offended, Eubanks tweeted, along with the bathroom selfie showing her in symbol, which included a long red skirt. So you basically just set yourself up for failure because looking at you, I'm disagreeing with what you got on. All right, you on a plane. Why do you need to dress like this? Why do you need to have your breasts out? It's totally uncalled for. But once again, majority of these black women, they are attention whores. They need the attention, the validation. I really want to know why at Southwest Airlines is policing my clothes like this, she said in another tweet. How will my shirt impact my flight for myself and other passengers or even the pilot? Well, think of it this way. What if you had some crazy sex maniac on there that couldn't help but to get off? What if he would have snatched you up and done something to you when you got off the plane? Because you never know. Your provocative way of dressing could have been provocative or could have been a provoking or provocation to another man that may wanted to snatch you up. Or let's just say if you had a man over there from the Middle East and he couldn't contain his spirit and he decides to captivate you and chop your head off. Even though that's a bit extreme for this day and age, especially being in the West. But nonetheless, you have to take all things into account. All right. So it says here, Kayla Eubanks was forced to wear a pilot's t-shirt after being removed from a flight because her boobs were lewd, obscene, and offensive. And that is true. It says y'all have a dress code for customers who pay to get on a plane. It's the constant policing of women's bodies for me, she added. Okay, but that proves that this woman do not want to be in order. This proves that she wants to be just doing her own thing because America has allowed her to adopt that type of mindset. They allow her to be entrusting with that mindset. And on top of that, you got a bunch of these simps out here that condone this type of behavior. Like, this is totally unacceptable. It says in another post, Eubanks shared a video she took off of an employee searching for Southwest dress code policy just minutes before departure time, saying a staffer practically did cartwheels to ensure that I wouldn't get on this plane, y'all. I was held at the gate for 30 minutes because of my shirt. I would have held you there too. It says, if it's there, why can't y'all find it? It says, Eubanks asked the employee about the policy. If it's there, why y'all don't know it? Then she recorded the captain who had just come out of the bathroom, at a gate, walked over to her after being summoned by the employee. They're hating on you because you're looking good. Is that right? The captain said to Eubanks. Yeah, he got facetious with her. It says, if they're like, hey, the rule says you have to cover up, do you have something? He asks, clearly uneasy about the conversation. Do you have a shirt or do you want me to give you one of mine? Okay, so let's look at this video here. Look at the madness of the black woman. These women are out of order.
Hey, what's up? Hey, now you're just looking good. Is that right? I don't take this lightly at all. I would like to get on my plane. So, I don't know. I think they're looking up. They've been looking it up for 25 minutes, and the flight is supposed to leave in 5. I got you. We will. I'm here. Hello. Yeah, who are you? You from the Great. So, let me ask you this. If they have it in a book where they want you to cover up, are you willing to do that? I want to see it. Because right now, it's just giving police my body. And I don't understand how my shirt, you don't even see my shirt from where you're sitting. So I'm not understanding how my flight, like how my shirt affects the flight. That's what I'm trying to understand. No, I was just literally coming out of the bathroom. She's like, can you come upstairs? And I was like, shit. Yeah, I don't know what you thought you were going to be able to mediate. I just want to understand what difference my shirt will make. Today's 19. But here's what I want to do, because I want to get you there, and I want to get there too. If they're like, hey, the rule says you got to cover up, do you have something? I need to see the rule. Right. But I'm trying to go. Like, I want to know what the rule is. Right. But I'm trying to go to the next level. Right. If that is in there.
You see how Esau is playing schematics with her? He basically put her in a trick bag and said, are they hating on you? But if you look at her, she's not even attractive. And I'm not throwing shade on her, but this ain't a woman I would talk to. I mean, what are they hating on? I mean, look at the way she's dressed. It's totally inappropriate, you know? So it says, the captain of the flight loaned me a shirt so I can board, having been removed from the flight and the flight being delayed. I eventually took it off, only to be told that I would have to speak with the supervisor upon landing. I mean, that shows you the rebelliousness of our women. Why couldn't you just leave the shirt on and get to your destination in peace? Why do you need to be an attention whore? Why do you have to be captivating, which not even in a good way? You know, this is sad. We women, you lack discretion. But it says, Eubanks replied that she wants to see the policy first, and the captain walks off to try to resolve the matter. She says, but I have to leave my titties at home? Obviously not, he chuckles. But the captain of the flight loaned me his shirt so that I can board, having been removed from the flight and the flight being delayed. It says, I eventually took off, only to be told I would have to speak with the supervisor upon landing, she wrote in a tweet, showing her seated with the boys of summer baseball t-shirt. But a Southwest spokesperson told the Post that the airline has reached out to her directly to apologize for her experience and provided a refund of our fare as a gesture of goodwill. Wow. So she basically got away with it, even though she was not supposed to be dressed like that. But it says here, but the rep added in an email, regarding our policies, each situation is very different and our employees are responsible for following our contract of carriage available to our website. It says, according to the material posted online, a company may, in its sole discretion, refuse to transport or may remove an aircraft at any point a passenger who engages in lewd, obscene, or patently offensive behavior, including wearing clothes that are lewd, obscene, or patently offensive. That's like me getting on the flight with my boxer shorts on, man. People be like, you got to get off this plane like that. or if I got on the plane with no shirt on. I can't even go into a corner store with my shirt off. So how much more are you dressing like this? And which proves that our women, they lack discretion. They have no respect. All right. So this is the book of Proverbs 11, and I'm gonna start at verses 22. It says, "As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman without discretion." And this is completely undiscretionary, because look at it. You're supposed to be dressed modestly. You're not supposed to be showing your body out, because let's just say if a man was lusting at you, let's say if he wanted to rape you or whatever, and you're promoting that spirit out here in the world, but that's the rebelliousness of our women. All right, because our women, they're rebellious like that. You can't tell them anything. And also, all of a sudden, you try to tell them. And the only reason why she didn't buck up is because this captain was a so-called white man, and he came at her with a more of a subtle type approach. But if that was a Jake captain, oh man, she would have tried to get that man fired, all because of the disrespect and the discontent the so-called black woman have for the so-called black man. All right, and that's a true statement. And you brothers that deal with the black woman, you know what I'm talking about. It's a constant struggle. It's a constant battle. It's a constant challenge. It's like it's a never-ending battle. All right, so let's go from here to the book of 1 Timothy 2. All right, so this is the book of 1 Timothy 2, and I'm going to start at verses 9. It says, "In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, okay, with shamefaced and sobriety." She ain't shamefaced, nor is she sober. All right, look at this. That's pride. And on top of that, she has pretty much poison in her hair. That's a Leviticus 13, that's the plague of leprosy. You're not supposed to put coloring in your hair. But once again, the rebelliousness of our women. It says, adorn themselves in modest apparel. It says here, with shamefacedness and sobriety. It says, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. And there's nothing good about the works of this woman. She wasn't like necessarily getting the rule with the people on there, and she probably got off the plane in peace. But nonetheless, man, the mentality that they walk around with is that you can't tell me anything. That's a bad spirit to be in. All right, because that grants you no merit of how can I say it, of acceptance with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so anyway, let's go from here to the book of Sirach 26. I'm gonna start at verses let's start at 22. It says, a harlot should be accounted as spittle, because she has the attire of a harlot. She's showing her breasts. All right, she's showing her figure through a long skirt. You may say, well, you don't see anything. Well, I see your lewdness, which lewdness goes into being sexually provocative. And that's how a lot of 70% of our women, they dress provocative. Like in the summer months, hey, these women, they can't wait to let loose. They can't wait to put on the booty shorts and the open toe sandals, and and showing the chest, and flipping off and with the flip flops. They can't wait to do that. Like it's a pretty fair day today. Hey, women out here dressing all types of ways. Yet we about to be in the middle of fall season. And it says, a harlot should be counted spittle, but a married woman is tower against death to her husband. Now, whether this woman is married or not, who knows? But if it's marriage, I'm pretty sure it's chaotic. All right, because for one thing, I don't know a man that want to deal with a woman that looks like another man. And I guarantee you that he's probably not taking it serious, because yeah, sure, Jacob Popper, just to have something to do, but that's not a good choice. All right. And it says here, a dishonest woman can commit shame, and she's very dishonest because she's not being real with herself. Because if she knew she was a daughter of Zion, she would behave better. And it says, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. 25, it says, a shameless woman should be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Right. So a shamefaced woman is equivalent to a dog, an unclean beast, which we know what a female dog is. I don't have to say it. All right, you brothers very well know what a female dog is. We've used the word more than enough to get the point across when describing the daughters of Zion in an upright spirit. Well, when we in an uprated spirit. All right, and I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, this is the book of Proverbs 7. And I'm going to start at verses... Proverbs 7, even though this is going into false doctrine, but you can use it manifoldly to compare it to these women too. All right, so this is the book of Proverbs 7, and I'm going to start at verses 8. It says, passing through the street near a corner, and he went the way to our house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and of subtle heart. Okay, This is a tie of a harlot right here. All right, and somebody that's sup to, that means that they're supplanting you, means that they have snake-like tendencies. That's why it says that the serpent was able to beguile Eve into going off, because he had a sup to heart. All right, he supplanted her pretty much. All right, and this is an attire of a harlot. Our woman is supposed to dress better than that, having their heads covered, having their feet covered, having their dresses down at their foot, you know, not showing any type of body or any type of shape, because that entices men, especially if you were married, you know. And it says here, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot, and a subtle of a heart. It says, and she is loud and stubborn, and our feet abide not in our house. Okay, so reality of it is, where's she traveling to? You know, obviously she's not at home. Obviously she's running the streets, because the scriptures say a woman and a gather abroad cause great anger and much shame, roughly paraphrasing. All right, and obviously she's gotten abroad because women can just get up and go wherever they want. If a woman if she got the money, she can say, you know what, I'm going to Florida without your permission. I'm going to the Bahamas. I'm going to Cali. You know, I'm going to go down to wherever I'm going to go. I don't need your permission. As long as I got money in my account, my vehicle works, and they allow me to board the plane, they'll just get up and leave on you. And they're not supposed to be able to have that type of liberty, because of the damage and the type of trouble and confusion it can bring. All right, brother. So I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, Shalom and the Bubble Ball.